Is this expansion season?
Yeah, it's roster expansion right now. We brought in 6 guys at different positions.
The question that I get asked is, can any of these players make an impact for this season? Is it more for 2024 than now?
Yeah, I think it's more for next year than it is for this year. It's now we had KB came in late last year. He and D Mitch both came in later in the year in a similar time fashion. So again, if somebody pops out and it looks as if they're able to compete right away and make our football team better, then that's what we'll do. But these guys are mostly for next year.
I was going to ask you about Malik Flowers, who just made a tremendous catch here in the end zone. Return ability, University of Montana. What did you see out of him on his film, and what makes you attracted to his ability?
He had 7 or 8, kickoff returns,
Yeah.
and certainly he's played in the cold, and so those were 2 of the things that were attractive as a player.
The AC Leonard catch, can you keep going to the well with that, or is that something you kind of put away for a while now?
Well, I mean, we got hit with the same thing. It was the same exact play, and so but AC's an awful good player. He was, he was like the number 1 or 2 tight end in the country out of high school. So I mean, he's a tremendous athlete that can do a lot of things.
It's a pretty cool asset to have in your back pocket when you want to pull it out like that.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, he could be used on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Wally Bono thought enough of him to bring him to camp as a receiver. So he was an R receiver in BC. So a long time ago, but he's an awful good player.
You were kind of instrumental in him flipping over, right? What did you see in him as a tight end that made you think he'd be a good defensive end?
Well, we talked on the phone numerous times before I tried him out way back when. I can't even remember where it was I tried him out, and he told me, he said, Coach, I was also the number 1 or 2 defensive end, and so I'm a defensive person, and so if you can rush quarterback and get to the quarterback, that's you're valuable,
Yeah. Been a pretty good career out of that.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
So 2 straight fourth quarter comebacks. What does it say about your group overall when you've seen them turn it on in the fourth quarter and find a way to win a game?
Well, I'm awful proud of them. I mean, again, we've stubbed our toe in the fourth quarter a few times this year, and had to stand up here and ask, answer questions concerning that. And the good thing is they found a way to be, we were behind in a couple of those times, and we're able to make enough plays to win the game, and that's what's important. And the guys, they see that it's it's 1 or 2 plays here or there, determine the outcome.
Are you? Is it hard to focus on your job when you kind of the scoreboard depends on success for a playoff spot? I mean, are you watching Hamilton and everything, or you just try to?
No.
And what about the players? It's
No,
gonna be hard.
you can't worry about the other team. I mean, all you can do is just you do what we got to do. Let's enjoy being around one another. Let's win as many games we can, and then that's what we're going to do. We're not going to sit there and be glued to the TV and wonder about what ifs and worried about somebody else winning or losing. So we just got to handle ourselves and make sure we're as prepared as we can be and play as hard as we can play.
It seems like your team has bought into it. Trey last week said the same thing, is we can't look at weeks down the road. Our job is to win this week, so
That's
we better
right.
win this week.
Yeah, that's kind of, we've got to keep our focus extremely tight, and that's kind of what we sold them on.
Played another team who had a brilliant fourth quarter comeback as well in the Lions, and I don't know if there's extra motivation what happened in the first 2 games, or is that even an issue?
Yeah, I mean, again, they're an awful good team. Coach Campbell been around this thing for a long time, and they've got good players. Vernon's playing at a high level. They've got, like I say, they've got a lot of talent on all 3 phases, and the thing we've got to do is just go out and play our game and worry more about us than we do the opponent.
Eugene Lewis, I think, last 4 games has led your team in receiving, and sometimes it's 5 catches, sometimes it's 3, but he's kind of showing that ability to be the workhorse and work hard to get open for his quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He was brought here for a reason, and I'm proud of the fact that he's shown up in the fourth quarter 2 weeks in a row. I mean, that's what great players do.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.